offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it takes it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry picks up his second sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Steps away to his left. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice. And then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds. Big hit.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. Well, now we get a chance to rectify things. So who's going to win the big game, partner?
Well, I think San Francisco wins 35-34. MVP, usually a quarterback. But in this case, we're going to have an upset. Middle linebacker Fred Warner is going to have 13 tackles and an interception return for a touchdown and be the upset MVP winner over Jimmy Garoppolo, because in the Super Bowl, if the quarterback does anything, he wins the award. But this time, the defense, which got them there, is going to take charge, and Fred Warner walks away. Super Bowl MVP, 49ers, Super Bowl champions.
Wow, you went above and beyond with great specifics there. I'll be a little bit more general. I'll just say that the Chiefs are going to win by a touchdown, and yes, I'll go with the MVP being number 15, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you're not really rooting in this game.
And now here's another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, Charles, you and I have made our predictions for Super Bowl 54. We're coming soon, the official Madden NFL 20 Super Bowl prediction. Something Madden folks do every year is predict how they think the big game is going to play out. And that prediction, with the help, by the way, from Peyton and Eli Manning, is going to be revealed on Thursday, January 30th, 9 Eastern. Go to EA.com/theprediction to check it out. And keep playing Madden to feed the machine and tell us who you think will win as well. Again, it's EA.com/theprediction. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. To throw is Wilson. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
General West. Hey, turn it out. Get it.
The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? It just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. Steps away. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Seattle. 56 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Carson. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1.
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 3rd down, It's Carson, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Forced out to his left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to pour it on. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yep. Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Again, Tannehill. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A quick sidestep here, CD. The NFL doing something kind of neat for its 100th season, which wraps up with Super Bowl 54. They're inducting a 20-man class, a centennial class, into the Pro Football Hall of Fame this year. Now, a number of modern-day candidates won't be announced until the night before the Super Bowl, but 15 have already been announced, and it's a pretty good list so far. Guys like Harold Carmichael, Bobby Dillon, Alex Karras, Donnie Shell, Duke Slater, a number of others in there as well, CD.
Yeah, you're right about that, and what this does is they hope it helps ease the backlog of some of the great.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 52 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. after the touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Let's go, D.
Here's Tannehill. And Walker has it. That catch good for 5. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play action. It's Wilson. Out to his left. He'll let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Third and long, it's Tannehill. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
Hey, flying 90. Watching the climb. Here we go, here we go. Start.
They go play action now. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Seahawks on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? Dancing to his left. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Wilson, buying time to his left. And that's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit And in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They keep it with Henry on first down. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. On third down, it's Carson, and it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on fourth down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
Just wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and a diamond dancer. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line. Let's go now.
Now Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He finds an opening past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Jackson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Jackson throwing here complete to Boyle. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big one there.
In the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams get
the ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. On second and goal, Jackson being chased out left. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Breeze. And Gaines got it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now Breeze into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Quick throw taken in by Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big one there for the Ravens. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a terrific return is probably shouldn't have made rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you've cut down your field in a big way, significantly. And the guys who play in the 2nd and 3rd level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Hey, Stu. Brings up 3rd down and 11. 57's the mic. Rock 57.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Jackson on the move to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 61 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski flushed out right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Kamara try the right side, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
Sammy!
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Ferguson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Patrick Owasor. Him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. That'll be a gain of 16. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. It's complete to Snead. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Bree's going to throw. He gets it to Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 36 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out front. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that'll give him a 2. There he goes, left side. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit.
A breakaway for Michael Thomas. He's at the 30, 20, 10, 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, as the first half is winding down. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
Willie Snead all alone, and he's in for the touchdown on the
what? Just what you said. This touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
95-56, 95-56. 0-2.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Breeze now. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. They do go for it. It's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Breeze able to find the veteran Ginn. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Breeze now on first down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Breeze. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage. Now Breeze again. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, hey, CD, we talked about some of the guys that were going into the Hall of Fame, the 15 that we already know. But of the more modern-day players that are finalists, who do you think's going to get in?
That is really, really difficult. I'm glad you asked because it gives us a chance to kick it around just a little bit. Tony Baselli, the left tackle, a lot of people have not put him in, I think, due to longevity. But when he played, he was as good as it got. I mean, the best in the game. I think it's his time. I think he's going to find his way in, even though there's a backlog of offensive linemen like Steve.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. This one into the hands of Ginn out wide. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Time to take a moment here, revisit this year's Pro Bowl. Playing just a few exits down I-4 from the Madden home office, actually. John Harbaugh of the Ravens, Pete Carroll of Seattle, they were the coaches, and it was Harbaugh's AFC team who came away with a victory. Their fourth win in a row for the AFC.
AFC.
All four of those wins coming in Orlando. But, of course, Charles, it was a tough day in the sports world with the passing of Kobe Bryant was on everyone's mind. It kind of put a cloud over everything on Sunday.
It certainly did, and the way that news spreads nowadays, the game had really started before the news was official, and it kind of broke during the game, and obviously it spread to both sidelines, and a number of guys would know Kobe, but if they didn't know him, the respect factor across all sports for the superstars and the greats of every game and every sport, you kind of saw it as that game played out.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, Jackson forced out to his left. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. Oh, fighting off the defender. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score.
Big score. First step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
You're good, you're good. Like 4, ready. Hey, box truck. Get in the weight room.
Now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Opposite. 48 smart.
A give to Kamara running right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he's got it.
Ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Second down and goal. Breeze. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Flushed out right. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Dancing to his left. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Ingram. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. Tucker's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. But we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Showing up. Showing up.